All right. I was at a loss for a while because didn't really know what to do, what kind of videos to do. Had some situations going on in my personal life, which I actually put on my community post. So you're just a looky loo or really nosy Nancy, go on over there and see what I'm talking about. But I watched a documentary yesterday. Well, actually, I think it was a TV series on Hulu because I was bored to tears. And I'd heard about this story over the course of like a year and a half, and I'd never had enough information to really do anything on it, but I figured, fuck it, whatever stopped me before, you know? So there's this cult that was really popular in LA or whatever, called Nxvim, whatever it's called. And it was run by some psychotic guy who just looks like, I mean, your stereotypical pedophile. Like if I was making a movie about a creepy guy who was going to spy on the 12, 13-year-old neighbor girl while she's changing, I would hire this guy. And apparently he's one of those guys who is self-help and very enlightened and all that. And so, of course, every brain-dead model in fucking LA and every dumb douche who's artistic in LA, you know, basically all of LA, would flock to him to listen to his gibberish. The first problem is this. And he went on to make this cult, which started off, as they all do, as, you know, a way to better yourself and make your life better. Anybody ever comes up to you, if I came up to you and be like, you know what, I have a way to make your life better, and I said like weird things that I think seem profound, like, you know, because a tree, your life is like a tree and you are all like branches, but sometimes those branches get frayed by the storm of stress and then they fall apart, but then they don't rise back up. So if we have duct tape, maybe we can put it together and I'm the duct tape. You'd be like, what? You know what? But if you say it convincingly enough, dumb people buy it. And it goes back into the whole thing about cults, right? And which I've always kind of gone up and down on, like, you know, anybody could be sucked into a cult. Anybody could be sucked into a cult. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't think I could be sucked into a cult. I first of all, I don't like listening to other people at all, period, even if they're right. Second of all, there's rules in a cult and weird things. Like, you always hear these bizarre cults, like any of them, where, you know, well, we had to get up every day and give the Dalai Fama Lama all our money, and then we had to do 80,000 jumping jacks because that was going to get the aliens off of us, you know, in lifeology or whatever we're in. And then we had to do some community service and give more money to the higher ups in the cult, and then we had to go recruit other people, and we got to sleep 2 hours a night and eat beans, but we thought we were doing good things for the planet. If you told me, okay, psst, get up, it's time to go serve the master, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm sleeping yet. The master can tell the master to come here, and unless he's going to jerk me off while I'm sleeping, I'm not interested in anything he has to say. All right? And by the way, where are our blankets, and why do we all have to wear uniforms? This is bullshit. I hate this. So this Nxvim thing or whatever, I was watching this special, and I think it was an A&E special about cults or something like that. And it starts off with this actress talking about, you know, I was an actress, and I wasn't doing so well being an actress. Okay, should have gone into porn, right into porn. There would have been no bullshit. Anything gross and weird is going to be up front. Like, we're going to bukkake your face, we're going to give you a cum funnel, and then 80 guys are going to jack off all over you and piss on you, and that's just the way it's going to be, but you get $1,500. Sweet. At least you know the deal. Okay, it's not some, like, thing that disguising itself as, like, some life-changing experience. So she goes on, and it's her and a bunch of, like, dudes who look like they're intelligent people. Look like they're intelligent people. Look, I don't really know what's going on in someone's life that can get them sucked into a cult. But come on, with some of them I could see. Like, if you're really worked, if you're in a bad place and they work you for years and they're actually handing you buckets of money at one point and then they take everything from you, I could see it. I could be like, okay, maybe then. But this was... okay, so this Nxvim thing, this woman starts out, she's like, you know, I was like anybody else. I was a model in LA, and I started doing acting, and I met some really great women, and they're telling me about this guy who, I think his name was Ken. Like, anybody named Ken, just stay away from. For future reference, anybody named Ken, there's always some bullshit associated with somebody named Ken. You don't trust Ken. Ken is the type of guy who you either buy weed from or is just going to get you in a cult. Like, Ken sounds like one of those names that's like a troublemaker. Like Kim, or like we all know anybody named Rod is a douche. Like, if anybody named Rod, short for Rodney's just a douchebag. He's a surfer. That's all he's ever going to be. I don't care. So, like, stay away from Ken's. Kenneth, okay. You know, Kenny's a good time guy. Ken is a douche. Stay away from him. Run screaming. He's going to get you a cult, but he's got some really good primo weed you can buy. He's chill, but he's kind of, you know, sinister. So she meets this guy, this Kenneth guy or whatever. And she's like, you know, and it seemed like we were helping people. And he said, you know, all the stress in my life would go away. Everything would be fine. And he had a genius IQ of 250. I was like, all right, did anybody actually check this out? And there's a couple men in this group who are just like, yeah, he was profound and never met anybody like him. And he had a 250 IQ, and supposedly he graduated from Harvard, and then he went to Yale just for fun. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. Yale's like, you are too smart for us, sir. Get out of here. And then he went to 80 other high-end colleges. By the way, we never Googled any of this or checked it out beforehand. No, we don't have a brain on our head. We didn't want to think. So then this woman starts describing, she's like, at first it was just us getting together. We were in nature. We were listening to some of his talks. We were paying a lot of money, though. We were giving him like $1,000 every month. First warning, you're in a cult, is when you're giving him money to make your life better, and your life's not getting fucking better. Unless all of a sudden you have a new house, the person you've always wanted to fucking marry with you, there's like a brand new Ferrari in your driveway after 2 or 3 months of being there, then join. Then say yes. Keep up with the cult then. The cult's doing the right thing. Maybe they kill people somewhere in Africa. Who gives a shit? You're in a great cult. But this shit, and look this shit up. It's Nxvim. I think it's Nxvim or something like that. That's the cult. I'm sure it'll come up in Google if I'm saying it wrong. But she's like, at first it was just like, we had to do little things like make promises to ourselves. And he said that's how we would overcome things. Like, I didn't like to go to the gym. So he told me, make yourself accountable to a group. So this woman basically, like, one of the things what they would do is give up $200 of their own money. If they didn't go to the gym the next day, wake up early to go to the gym, because, if you're in a cult, don't be ugly. I mean, at least he ran a sexy cult, because there's some cults out there, like, have you seen the Hare Krishnas? Have you seen, the Jehovah's Witnesses? Not good-looking people. I'm just going to tell you right now. I can see them coming a mile away. They're overly made-up Mexican or African-American, sometimes white ladies, but not too much, at least where I'm at. So they look like high school principals with, like, too much rouge. That's what the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses always look like to me. And they're smiling. They seem happy because they've had the lobotomy. But, so she's like, yeah, we make ourselves a promise to the group. Like, if I don't get 5 more people in this self-help group, the money that I put on the table will belong to everybody else. No, fucking no. Leave then. That's the time to go. What other warning signs do you need? And I guess there was an actress who was really into this dude from Smallville named Allison Mack. I never watched Smallville. I don't know if she was Superman's girlfriend, if she was just a drug dealer in episode 2. I have no idea. But this girl is batshit loony, and when they showed the leader of this cult, and she's the second in command, I guess, talking, she recruited, like, all the women. And eventually, okay, so let me go back to this woman. So this woman's like, and then, I was just like, I was losing a lot of money, and then one night there was going to be a secret initiation ritual. I felt like I was accomplishing something because I was making myself go to the gym because I didn't want to lose my money. And so I thought maybe it's doing something for me. So all the women tell me there's going to be an initiation ceremony tonight. It's going to be really great. You're going to get a tattoo. And I'm like, I don't want a tattoo. I'm an actress. I don't want a fucking tattoo. You have to do this. It'll change your life forever. Don't you want to remember forever that you were in a horrible cult that took all of your money and had sex? Oops, we've said too much. We're not supposed to tell you that part yet. Don't you remember all the progress you made? Have a badge of honor. Like Marines get tattoos as USMC. At least, they're doing something valuable and something that matters. We're not, but this is equally as important. Okay, so she's like, I really didn't want to get a tattoo, but then I decided I should get a tattoo. So it gets better. She goes to this Allison Mack's house from Smallville, this third-rate actress. This ain't Gwyneth Paltrow. This ain't an A-lister. It's not like Jennifer Aniston said, oh, I really want you to come over. It's going to be fun. Me and the rest of the gang from Friends are going to be there, and you're going to get a little tattoo. We're not going to tell you where. By your pubes. Okay? Shave them, because we got to get in there real good. She goes in to Smallville Woman's mansion. By the way, how does she have a mansion? She was only on Smallville. She's not... What else did she do? Did she blow a lot of producers before this and I just don't know it and she was a hooker or something, got a lot of money? Okay. So, on orders of Ken... If anybody... Come on. On orders of Ken. How does that sound to you? You must go and give all your money and recruit 50 women on orders of Ken. I'd be like, listen, even just saying that sentence, say it out loud, listen to yourself say it, and you're not going to take yourself seriously. How can I possibly take you seriously? So... She walks into this room where they're going to do the initiation ceremony. She thinks she's going to get a tattoo. They all have to get naked. Okay? The women all have to get naked. And that should have been another, warning 1B. The money was already, that you have to give the money to the group if you don't do your little chore for the day. What are you, a baby? Are you 3 years old? You need, fucking coddling every 5 seconds or somebody to make sure that, did they, every morning when you ate, did one of the cult members come over and make sure you got it all in your fucking mouth or something like that? I don't understand this. I really don't. I think she's a good person, but I'm just confused. Here's what confused me the most. So she gets to the secret ritual room. They all have to take their clothes off. She's like, fuck it, okay. She takes her clothes off. Oh, no. Wait, I go back a little bit. So They had to do things to blackmail themselves to prove their loyalty to the group by taking nude pictures of themselves, these girls who want to be actresses, and the men too. I don't think the men had to, because he's not queer. At least he's not a faggot. But she had to take naked pictures, and so did the other women, and they had to write horrible things about people. Like, write them on a letter and send them to Ken. Ken's a shit starter. Don't you see this shit? Ken's a fucking... The fuck? What? How is this? And you're sitting in nature. He's like, by the way, I'm going to need you to get naked tonight. Take some dirty pictures of yourself in case you ever run away or anything like that. And then I'm going to need you to write horrible shit about your family, so I can put that all out there in case you ever skedaddle. Don't think you will, because it's great here. Look, we're in a community park, and I'm saying shit that makes no sense, but you think it does because I say it with meaning and positivity behind me. Okay, so she's already done that. She's taken nude pictures of herself, so is every other woman in this group. They wrote horrible things about their family, so is every other woman in the group, including Allison Fuckface. So they go over to crazy bitch Allison's house. They get all naked, because that's just what you do. At this point, she's completely fucking spun. I don't know what she's doing. And she goes, I walk in, and there's a surgical table, and there's a woman screaming, and she's getting cauterized. And the initials of the cult, it's like Nxvim or something like that, seared into her body. And part of me is saying, run away, scream, leave, flee. Yes, the sane part of you is saying that. The same part of you that you should have listened to. You should have punched that bitch in the face, taken away the cauterizing iron, seared Allison Mack's tits on your way out, and then be like, I'm calling the fucking cut. Yeah, you keep the letter and the nude photographs. I don't give a shit. At least I won't be participating in this shit. She's like, but I decided that no, this was a thing that they needed to be done, so I helped hold the woman down. What? What the fuck? What? It took like 5 of us to hold her down because, she didn't want to be burned. And I was kind of like still having a debate in my head. No, you don't have a debate. You have to call the police at that point. They seared initials. I mean, okay, they seared a secret symbol that's supposed to mean something into this one woman, right? And that she helped hold down. So then it's her turn. She's like, I didn't really want to do it, but I did it because I was so into it. And I thought I was doing the right thing. And I thought if you could overcome this like pain that you're going to be in, it's going to mean something. You're tough. You're not a pussy. Just deal with it. Go for it. So Allison Mack, that bitch from Smallville, holds me down. And so do 5 other girls. So I won't twitch too much. And they sear her with this thing with initials and shit. And then she goes, and later I found out it wasn't secret Latin. It was like Nxvim or something like that. It wasn't, anything that they said it meant. It was his initials and Allison Mack's initials combined. The story just gets more and more dumb. Just more and more dumb. Like, nobody Googled this. Nobody said, no, bitch, what am I going to be tattooed with? If this is a secret sorority thing, fine. But what am I want to see this shit. No one said that. Nobody questioned anything here. Why? Okay. So I guess he had sex slaves, this dude. And if you see this dude, is his cock 15 inches long and can just stay erect and come at any time? Then I understand. If there was some crazy cock energy, like insane magic going on down there that could just give her 80 orgasms in one pump, I can understand how he could have a sex cult. I looked at this dude. He looked like he should be like the guy who gets you coffee at Apple. Like, that's what he looks like. He looks like an IT guy who's just not even that high up on the ranks. And he says dumb shit. They showed like a clip of the promotional videos. They have promotional videos on YouTube. I don't know if they're still there. Go check it out. Nxvim or Nxvim or whatever his initials were. They were all backwards, upside down. So then I saw a conversation where they had the promotional video with Allison Mack and this guy talking. She's like, I just think you're really great. And could you tell me? And he said something to the effect of like, he's like, I'm totally making this up, but he said something weird that didn't mean anything. He's like, well, like if I can give water to every person on the planet who doesn't have water, I of course would do that. Why wouldn't I share what I know, bestow it upon you so you may bestow it upon others, and take naked pictures of yourself, and, write horrible things about your family. And Allison Mack's ass sits there and goes, I'm sorry. This is so beautiful. You're off the meds. That's what happened. Bitch, you should have been on Prozac. That's what the fuck's going on. So apparently things just got worse, more and more worse just got worse from there. This guy had sex slaves. They all cauterized themselves with an Nxvim. Conveniently, only women had to do it because the women had to learn to be subservient. It turned out to be a big BDSM cult. All right. And some people stayed in, and I guess some people might still be in. I don't know. Allison Mack got arrested, and she's, plead like she doesn't know anything now. Like, I want to see that trial. I'll be a juror. I want to go right there and sit there like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought we were doing the right thing when we cauterized that woman. Did she say cauterize that woman, Your Honor? Did she say that? Did she actually say that she helped, like brand somebody? Kill her. Why are we here? What's the debate about this? Seriously, there's a holdout juror. Then kill him too because he's an idiot. He's useless. I don't understand. I really don't. And this guy, I don't know. I didn't get to the end of the documentary. I probably should have. He's in jail too, I believe. Maybe he killed himself. That'd be the best thing ever. But that just shows you, it goes back to the initial question I had, like, would I have possibly joined this cult? No, I wouldn't have joined the cult. I wouldn't have joined any cult because, like I said, I think I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. Okay, I'm a little bit smarter than some people. But no, I think, come on. There's some of us who just wouldn't want to comply, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, with anything. So we're probably less likely to join an organization like a cult that has rules, that wants you to give up money, that wants you to do this on the promise of some better tomorrow, when you just are a combative person by nature. So I think that no, not everyone could get involved in a cult. Like if you were raised with some kind of weird shit and didn't know any better, that's different. If you were born into something, okay. But yeah, Nxvim. Can you imagine? That was the biggest fucking, like, I'm sorry I laughed. But when the woman's like, and then I found out it was his initials that I was cauterized with, intermingled with hers. And then they interviewed her fucking husband. They interviewed her husband. He was like, when I found out about that, I wanted to punch him in the face. I was mad. You weren't mad when she was taking naked pictures of herself? You weren't mad when she was signing contracts to be a BDSM slave? You weren't mad when her and the other witches were getting naked and they all peed on each other or whatever else he has told them to do to make the planet better or something? Are you kidding? So yeah, that's about Nxvim or whatever. Nxvim. I can't even pronounce Nxvim or something like that. Go look it up. Tell me what you think. Again, no words, but awesome Netflix, not Netflix, awesome Hulu TV show. So go watch it. It's I think it's called Surviving Culture, something like that. But yeah, I have to go cauterize Stevie really fast. So I gotta be. It's secret. It's Latin. It means something. And it's my initials.